All right. Cool. All right, it's going now. Hey, everybody, or whoever all is in here. 2 people. Who we got? What? Good evening, Leatherwood Land. Let her get in over here.
You can turn the camera.
No, I can catch you. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. How's everybody doing? Give it a few minutes, a minute or two, let some people get in here, see if anybody finds us. See if I can get some of this turned off.
Did you turn the DVD player off?
No, I just turned the TV off. We're doing great. Getting ready for some rain. We was going to go live at 7:30, but had to go out and get the chickens moved and water and fed and get everything ready for 6 or 7 days of rain. That way we didn't have to get out there in that, because when I get home, it's close to dark, and I just didn't want to deal with it any during the rest of this week. And just wanted to try to get on here for a few minutes and thank everybody for getting us to 100. Now we've surpassed that. And talk about doing a little giveaway that we had mentioned on our Facebook page. We have a few things in mind. We'll probably do a little video about it, the few things that we have decided to use. Good evening, RG Homestead. We're going to pick one of probably 3 or 4 things that we use here on our little farm that we bought off Amazon, and probably throw it in a hat and let the kids draw it, and then do, see what we're going to give away, and then do a live maybe Thursday or Friday. I don't know. I know there's a lot of live feeds that everybody follows, but maybe we can pop in for just a few minutes. Maybe Wednesday, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Try to get on just before a table full in the woods and Single Dad Homestead. Good evening, Fairy Tale Creations and the Busy Little House. How are y'all doing? We didn't know how this channel was going to go. Watch a lot of bigger channels, and I was like, you know what? We are a brand new farm. I grew up on a farm, ranch. I'd say farm is a probably 2,500, 3,000 acre ranch, not far from where we live. And she grew up in another small town not far south of here. Our name, Four Blessings Farm, there's 4 of us. It's me and my wife, Jen, and we have 2 kids. We have 6-year-old daughter, Madeline, and a 4-year-old son, Zeke. And she just thought about it one day. She was like, Four Blessings Farm. Yeah, Million Blessings Farm, most definitely, because it was a hard road getting this place. We were not sure what we were going to do getting this place. We put our place up for sale in Leander in town. We decided, hey, our daughter's fixing to go to school. We do not want her in the school in the town we lived in. So we decided to remodel. Did it all myself. A house in one of the videos we have. Good evening, Loma Acres. The house we sold, put it up for sale. Our real estate agent, she put a sign up, gave us 2 weeks to get the home ready. So I painted the house inside and out, all new trim in the house, a lot of sheetrock repair from little dents and whatnot from 2 toddlers running around. Replanted the whole front yard. Was able to get the backyard all done and put it on the market, and it sold in 3 days. It went live on a Friday evening and sold Sunday afternoon, Monday morning. And we were told we had, what was it, 30 days, 35 days or something?
Oh, we had till the end of the month.
Or end of the month, end of July, I think. Yeah, July, end of June to get our stuff and get out. And we were lost on what we were going to do. Thanks, busy little house. We found this property just driving around. Her mom and stepdad lived not far from us, probably 8 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And we were living with them. And that's where we learned a lot. Living, our 4 of us, me and our son in 1 bedroom, a little small bedroom in a mobile home, and her and our daughter in another one for 6 months. We learned how to survive off very little. You know, all of our stuff we had at our house. And when we got to our storage, most of it left. It just, we didn't bring it here. It was like, nope, not taking it to our new home. We found this place, just drove by. I was like, hey, there's land for sale. Let's buy it. Found out how much it was, made an offer. They countered offered just a little bit more than what we offered, which was a lot less than what they were asking for the place. And we just jumped on it. Looked into building a home and realized real quick that that was out of our funds. That was not going to happen. The cheapest I think we found that she found on a local builder was like $250,000, $300,000 for like a 1,200 square foot home. So we ended up going to a manufactured home dealer and went that way and scored a awesome deal, a brand new home model, and they knocked $25,000 off of it and told us it was going to be 5-6 months before we got it, and ended up being what, 3?
Mm-hmm.
They got it built and was waiting on us to finalize things on the land, and they were like, okay, we can bring you your home now. And we had the electric already done. Me and my dad did the electric. I already had the plumbing all in. And Leatherwood, no, we're in Texas. I don't know if that's if you're asking us, but yeah, we're in Texas. We're 45 minutes east of Austin. And I drive into Austin every day for work, but it's worth the 45-minute drive to be able to come home to our little piece of, heaven here. Well, there's nobody lives next to us. There's 11 acres next to us. The guy in, I think the wind is picking up. A guy in Houston owns it. The next one over from that is 11 acres. A guy in Fort Worth owns it. The one behind us is for sale. And so there's nobody around. We have a couple homes on the road that's in front of our home. There's some homes on the other side, but everybody's friendly. I help people. I take the tractor out and help people. They come help us. Everybody around here is wonderful. It's such a blessing to get out of the city and back to the country where people help people and everybody is outside. That was an odd thing in town. It was just me and a couple neighbors outside all the time in the driveway, talking about hunting, fishing, some on a car, and no one else outside but us. And now I move out to the country, and the people that are around us are outside. Yeah, busy little house. That was a hard thing. We had to go 2 or 3 months without the tractor when we first got here and rented equipment because of the bank did not want us spending that much money until we got everything finalized. Excuse me. We got it all finalized, and first thing was I'd already been on 6 months. I mean, it was driving her nuts. Everything I buy drives her nuts because I am a research nut. I find something I want, and I dig and dig and dig to find out who has the best, who has the cheapest, who has the cheapest best, and then like 4 or 5, and then I got to narrow it down. And we probably went over here to the local John Deere dealer probably, 2 dozen times?
At least.
We went to the Kubota dealer at least a dozen times. We went out to another local dealer looking at Coyote and Yanmar probably 2 or 3 times. Who else did we go to?
Place out there, Taylor.
Yeah, New Holland and Massey Ferguson out there, Kubota out there. We used to live close to a Mahindra dealer, and I got to check theirs out there, and one of her friends used to work there, so I talked to them, talked to another Mahindra dealer. Then I talked to the one out in Navasota, J5, who I bought my tractor from. And they had the best deal. They knocked the price down. I don't know what it was. It's 5 to 6,000, somewhere in there. Amen, Arms, American Patriot. They knocked the price way down, so was able to buy just the tractor. I'm a mechanic. I fix everything I can. A good evening out to Pasture Farm. What's the one, the Etsy girls? Julie's. So we're gonna have shirts. I'll talk about that in a minute. We're in the search for the tractor. Yeah, that's her out to Pasture Farm. That's what I thought.
Hi,
awesome. There she is. We were looking for the tractor. I contacted J5, talked to the owner over there, and they have a lot of 4 or 5 dealerships, and they've been selling Mahindra for years. Cody Johnson over there answered all of my questions. I drove the other dealers nuts to where they would not answer the phone anymore. They did not want to talk to me. They were like, stop it with the questions. Just come buy a tractor. And it wasn't going to be that way. I had questions. I wanted answers. I've owned John Deere. I've owned New Holland. I've been around a bunch of Kubotas. I wanted answers on the Mahindra. And that he stood by me.
You understand my pain then.
He stood there and he answered every question. We had constant email back and forth, texting, calls. And what was so awesome, when we got the number set that we wanted, was okay with, we agreed to, he faxed over the paperwork. I signed it at work, faxed it back to him, 2 or 3 days later? No, a week later, because they had to order the tires because I wanted ag tires, not industrial. I had to have those tires. So they had to get them out of Tomball, from where Mahindra is based out of Texas, here in Texas. And they got my tires and delivered it 75, 77 miles, no charge, a week before Christmas. Picked up all the paperwork I signed so they would have the original inked copies. Took our down payment, and that was it. There was no going to the dealer, not having to take my trailer to the dealer and get it, nothing. They took care of us. So that was probably the easiest thing out of this whole farm so far.
Yeah.
The garden has not been easy. We've had problems with dogs getting through the fence, coming through, killing chickens, destroying our garden, took all of our plant. We had all our seed starts, just destroyed it all. I would love to find me an antique International Harvester or John Deere, like 60s model, but that I can't. I've wanted to, but I know I need a shop here first. So, hey, David, thanks for joining us, man. I hope to see you this weekend. Well, there's a long story on that. It kind of, he won't be hunting chickens anymore. That's it. But yes, we do. Hopefully we can get together Saturday when I come down there. So Etsy her name's Julie.
Mm-hmm.
We're working with her. We're going to get some t-shirts designs together. She's going to do it for us. We found her through the Stivers, and Zach over there, introduced us to her, and she's going to work on some designs for us. We're going to get a t-shirt. We're actually going to start out with the shirt design. We're going to do like a pre-sale through the end of May, and it'll go straight through her. And all the pre-sales, 100% of the profits are going to go to Single Dad Homestead to help with all his lawyer fees. We're giving everything, no profit to us for the first month. And it'll probably be that way almost every month. We'll do probably 50% profit one month. Then, anybody that we see or feel and we'll pray about it that need help, anything like that, we'll probably push a lot of our profits to help somebody. God has helped us and blessed us a lot with this home, with my family. We've been through a lot here and before. We've been married 10 years. Well, yeah, 9 years, 10 years. And we have been through a lot, and we have been blessed. And let's see here. Now I'm on here. I can't quote it. It's in my head. Our Bible verse that will be going on. Congratulations, 13 years. We will be there. So Romans 12:13, share with the Lord's people who are in need. Always practice hospitality. That will be on the shirts, because I believe that if we can help somebody, then we will. If I need help, I'll pray about it and hope that someone would help us. And we're just going to do that for him,
Oh, 5 boys. Good gracious.
Oh my gosh. 5 boys in the house. 1 boy, 1 girl seems tough to me, but but yeah, we're going to help him out, and she's going to make us some shirts. Designed for us. We'll get it on here soon and let everybody see it, and hopefully get some pre-sales for it and get him some money to help him out with his fees. I know a lot of y'all are on his channel and know what's going on, and that's what we should do. We should always help each other. We're hoping that this year we can get to some of these festivals and events. I want to meet people, getting this farm going, this homestead going. I want to learn more. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. I want to learn more. I can make stuff grow in the garden. I can make the hay pasture grow. I can do what I need to do, but I want to learn more, be more self-sufficient with my family. We're going to start our garden. We're going to do a lot more canning out of. We're going to have a lot of videos on that. I mean, here in the background, you see part of our kitchen. It's fairly large, big island. We'll do a lot of canning videos on it. Awesome. That will be awesome. Be able to start the pre-sale next week on the shirt. And I'm going to email Chris over at Single Dad Homestead and let him know. That way, maybe when he's on live tomorrow night, we can put it out on that too. And I know he has a shirt for sale. We're ordering one from him Friday, so everybody, get one from him, help him out. Lawyer fees aren't cheap, and that's going to eat up a lot of his money, and he's going to need help. And that's what we should do for each other.
If you can't help out that way, at least be praying for him, because it sounds like he's going through some rough times.
Let's see. Yeah, he does have a video up on it. His live from last Wednesday night talks about some of it. His shirt. He has a shirt, and then I think he did another video, day or two ago, day before yesterday, showing the shirt. Thank you, Living the Dream. Hopefully we just keep growing. I want to keep sharing our farm, show what we do, and we got some stuff we're starting in our garden again. A lot of replants, a lot of
Start over.
Seed starts again, but they're sprouted. They're fixing to, they're coming up. Everybody go check out to Pasture Farm. there. She's just put her email up. That's who we're doing our shirts through, and we hope to raise him some money and help him out over there. And that shirt will always be for sale. We'll probably pick some more. Yeah, the goals with the channel, I'm not, to start out with, I wasn't sure what to do. I was starting with the tractor because when I bought the tractor doing research, I didn't see a lot of videos on it. So as soon as I got it, it was like Mahindra videos. I want to get knowledge out there, show what this tractor can do, because nobody showed what it would do. Thanks, David. Yeah, I mean, we've had a rough road, and people helped us. Her parents helped us. My dad stepped in, and he helped. First, when we lived in the other town, I bet my dad didn't see our kids maybe a handful of times.
Yeah.
And that was when we went to their house. And now he's actually he came out and helped a lot getting this property set up with me, helping me, letting me use his 1-ton truck to haul equipment so I wouldn't have to do it with my 1/2-ton, even though I did it several times. And a 1/2-ton Dodge truck will haul a 9,000-pound excavator. And if you don't believe me, I have pictures. What's that?
Leatherwood Lane's having a sign off.
Have a good evening. Have a good night, and hopefully, have a great rest of your week, Leatherwood.
Sure, we'll be on another one.
Yeah, we'll probably try to get on right before a table full in the woods tomorrow, just for a few minutes, about trying to show what we're going to have on our drawing, and then let them get on. Then Single Head Homestead will be there. David, on the 1/2-ton, not much. They let me load it, so I put it where I wanted to on the trailer, and it didn't have. I got it just right and was able to run 70 miles an hour down the road. A busy little house, only chickens right now. I got to get some fencing done. We have acquired a lot of the fencing through Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, and I have it all on the property, and the time to do it. We've had a lot of rain again. It's just always wet. Every time I go out and get the postal auger on the tractor, it rains. And we will probably get goats this year. Contemplate maybe 1 or 2 cows on the property, but goats for sure, because we have just under 10.5 acres, and 6 or so is heavily wooded, to the point even with the tractor I'm in there cutting stuff out, it is so thick it's almost too difficult to get into. So I'm just gonna fence off part of that and let them have at it and clear out a lot of the brush. Yeah, a lot of projects, little time. I've actually started writing my projects down on a tablet and checking them off as I get them done. It seems like there's more added than getting checked off. We're trying to get rid of a couple vehicles because those happened and we don't need them. And yeah, anybody that's a mechanic or a mechanic's wife knows about that. I pick up stuff anytime I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I plowed up the garden with the tractor. We was getting ready to plant that garden when the dog destroyed all of our seed starts because I had them out hardening off in one afternoon.
Then it rained.
Destroyed everything. So now we have decided to go raise bed. Got a bunch of big tree tubs. Bought the kids a couple of swimming pools. Bought a little 4-foot round. Bought a blue one for our son, pink one for our daughter. One's full of strawberries. The other one, not sure what we're going to get in it yet. We thought about running pigs. There's a couple restrictions that they did on these properties. Nobody follows the rules, and one of them was no pigs, but I don't see. They also say no broken down vehicles, no this, no that, and everybody who owns land here has everything it says don't have, and nobody says anything. I'm fixing to get together because I have a copy of all the paperwork. It says if the mass amount of landowners voted saying get to go away, it'll go away, and we're fixing to do that. Yeah, that's something I'm trying to decide on what goats to get. And that was a thing, a milk goat, and raise some goats and sell. There's a lot around here. I see them on Craigslist for sale all the time and on Facebook. And I almost flipped at the price. I remember 15, 20 years ago how cheap they were. And then now I'm seeing them up $300, $400 to $100 on Craigslist and Facebook. I'm like, oh, not yet. See if I can find some cheaper ones just to go eat the woods out here. Just have at it. What do we got now? Chickens.
12.
12. We have 1 rooster and 11 hens.
So
maybe 2 roosters. We're not sure yet.
Well,
We had
only have 1 big one left.
almost 30 to start with, and that dog got that many. Yeah, I kind of go against a lot of the rules too. I poke at the rules a little bit. Trying to get our raised beds done. I actually have a friend works for an AC company, and we went. What was it? Sunday? What's wrong? Oh, you're reading it?
Yeah.
Let me get the mouse out of the way.
Said that she's got to get some stuff done.
Awesome. Thanks for coming and checking this out. We'll probably do a weekly live, and like everybody else, but I'll try to pick out a time that nobody's really, none of the bigger channels. I know a lot of us follow the bigger channels. 51 chickens.
No.
That's where I want to be, but
no.
She doesn't want to be.
Well, not when you have baby chicks in the house.
We're going to get there. We'll get there.
As long as they're outside.
I lost my train of thought. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the rules. I don't know. Some of them are okay. Like
Armed Americans leaving.
I think, is he leaving or is he telling her to good night?
Oh, maybe.
Put
it in caps.
Yeah, the outside brooder. We had thought about doing something with one of our big chicken coops, but I'm having a major. We took care of the dog. Now it's raccoons everywhere. I shoot them. I trap them. It's like a never-ending battle. It's like we have mass families back here on our 6 acres of woods, and I thought I would thin them out, and it's just not happening. I'll try to get some video on that probably Friday night. I'll throw the traps out Friday night. Saturday morning, I'll go haul off a bunch of coons. Maybe Friday night hauling coons off. But they get up there and they rip the chicken coops to shreds. I have hot wire on it around them all now to try to keep them away. I'm not good with acronyms. What?
LOGD.
Yeah, I'm not good with acronyms. Living the Dream Homestead.
At least we're not the only one. I was like,
there's some I understand, but most I don't. I'm usually having to get in Google to see what people are saying because I don't get them. We're gonna get a dog. We had a small dog. We left it at her mom and dad's because he's a small dog, and their dog, they had 2 dogs and one passed away, and their dog was just sad, laying around all the time, just never out. Well, when we moved in and brought our dog, he changed, just livened up. So we discussed it and left our dog there because it seemed he was a good companion. Yeah, those have been on my list. The Pyrenees and different, I can't say that word, Anatolian Shepherd and Australian Shepherds have been on my list to get here. And probably before we get the dog here, I bought all of the field fence, and I'm going to go around the entire house, probably the house and a 1/4 acre, maybe a little more. maybe half acre to keep our garden inside of it and get the dog, have him in the yard. Yeah, I probably should be writing notes down too. I actually got a spreadsheet today from John over at A Table Full in the Woods of all the live feeds that they follow to see when they are and see which ones I watch that he watches, and vice versa. Just see if there's any that I haven't followed, and I want to check them out and see what they got. But yeah, we've been here since October 2018, and the first 3 months we were here, it rained almost every day, at least 4 days out of the week, every day for 3 months.
We have a lake.
The whole place looked like a lake everywhere around. Everywhere you went was a lake. It just seemed like it was never going to stop. And now it's starting to slow down. We got some rain this week coming. So I'm actually fixed to take the tractor in. It has a very, very small oil leak, and I pinpointed it and talked to the dealer, and they're going to take care of it this next week for me. So there'll be a video on that when I head out, where I'm going and the dealership.
That sounds like our daughter.
What?
They said the blue heeler border collie who does not slow down.
Yeah, and our son. It's like they have energy for weeks, not days, weeks, months, years, something. Let's see. Who? Oh. I wonder why he called me on there. Let me tell this guy. Okay. He's trying to find us. It's a gentleman that I met through Facebook on the Mahindra Facebook page. We've talked a little bit back and forth about tractors. He had questions for me, helping him out because he's new with tractors and wanted some answers. And I'll answer what I can. If I can't get answers, like I got a guy wanting to buy this old John Deere tractor I wrote down over here, and it's possible. I try to help people out, that kind of stuff. I do charge, especially on farm equipment, heavy equipment, diesels. I work on it all. So some of my neighbors I help out, do some things for, because I know they'll come help me with things. So I don't mind, doing a couple freebies here and there. But it's all about, supporting my family and extra income. So of course I have to charge here and there. Other than that, there's a lot we want to get. All right, good night, American, armed American patriot. God bless you too, and hope to see you back. Come check out some more of y'all stuff. Everybody that I have followed, I have went and checked out all the channels. I try to watch a couple videos every morning and a couple videos at lunch just to check everybody out. Hi,
Daniel.
Hey, Daniel. If anybody, needs help with things, they can hit us up. Our email address is on our channel. I can help, point people different directions with different things. I do a lot of research on stuff. I try to help out when I can. Now, for the 100 subscribers, it's gardening time. So I think I picked a few things off our Amazon gardening related that we'll pick one from, let our son pick one from for the giveaway. We'll probably do the giveaway end of the week or something. We'll do a little video about it and get everybody that wants to enter into the giveaway, comment on the video that I put up probably tomorrow or the next day. And or we'll use this video. Everybody that goes back after I get this uploaded, after the live, go back and comment, and we will put your name down. And those people, all those, maybe go for, should I go a week, not just a couple days?
Are we doing just that, or are we doing like anybody who subscribed?
What?
For the drawing.
Just anybody. I can't see all the subscribers. Some people are private, so you can't. So it would have to be everybody that goes on and says something after we get done with this live feed. We can put their name down and then give it maybe a week.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that sound good? Should I give it a week to give it time to be out there and people to subscribe and put their name down? And then, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Busy Little House. Use this video after it uploads, after the stream ends, and let everybody go back and comment on it. And maybe next Tuesday,
yeah,
we can come back on at the same time, and everybody's name that's on that's commented on it. We'll put it in a hat and get our daughter on here and let her draw it out of a hat. And whoever wins, shoot us an email with their address, and we'll get on Amazon Prime and we'll ship it to you. We have some things we like, some seeds. I just ordered a bunch of bluebonnet seeds. So that was probably going to be one of the things. We have bluebonnet seeds. We're doing the raised bed gardening, and I know I've seen a lot of people doing it. And then I know a lot of y'all got, so we got our kids, and I use more a 4-piece gardening set that's like kid size, but I use them because it has a short rake, shovel, and a hoe, and one other, like a little weeding hoe. Couple things like that, grow bags that we use. We can put that in there. I was thinking of trying to get 4, 5, 6 things off that we use and probably put it in a hat. Let our son draw that out, and then whatever he pulls out, we'll get the other hat, and our daughter can pull a name out, and they get that prize. And we'll jump on Amazon. So that person emails us, gives us information that we need to get it to them, and we will get on Amazon and ship it out. There's no such thing as a crappy gift if it's from your heart. No such thing. That was the plan. I told her that I probably want to do a giveaway every 100. And when we get to 1,000, if that ever happens, if we get there, probably a big giveaway, or do like 4 or 5 on one night. Just 5 people, bam, right there. We'll send you something. And I have cool ideas of stuff that I use. Like I have a camera. Where's it at? No, the inspection camera.
Oh.
I bought this camera. Being a mechanic, the tool trucks are expensive. I try to avoid the tool trucks. I was on another channel, and I found this. It's a Wi-Fi camera by Depstech. It has an 11-foot cable, camera, bunch of little adapters, a mirror, a hook, a magnet. It hooks up. So this thing, you turn it on, you turn on your Wi-Fi on your phone, hook it to your phone. And you can use your phone, tablet, laptop, anything. And I was kind of skeptical. How good can the quality be? A coworker has a $1,000 Snap-on bore scope that only has a 24-inch camera. This thing blows it out of the water. Just amazing how the quality out of this thing. It actually paid itself off the day I bought it.
Busy little house. He never lets me get a word in.
Yeah, I probably should be quiet. let her talk. But yeah, there's some things like her stuff that she does, the things she sells. That's also been put in. I'll let her talk about it. Let me get up. You sit here for a second.
I'm fine where I am.
Well, I want to turn the air conditioner on. I'm burning up over in this corner.
It is on.
No, the fan is on.
But I am a Scentsy consultant, so one of the things that we thought about doing is I have a lot of warmers and stuff sitting around, so we thought, well, we could just always put a warmer or some bars or, just some little things in there that would also be good for inside the house, is not just not for everything outside the house.
Good evening, Tinker's wife.
Hello. So that was one of the things that we thought about too, is putting some Scentsy stuff in there.
Quiet Consult. Yeah. I've been pushing her. Today, she actually did her first video on Facebook. She's been doing this for probably, 4 or 5 years?
Since before Maddie was born, so almost
7 years. And today, she did her first video on Facebook. And I was like, you need to start a YouTube channel. You need to, let's get this out there. People will use this product. It's a good product because there's no fire. That's my biggest thing with the kits. No fire. It's just a electric, a bulb or any kind of some different types of warmers.
The element warmer
and that was something to do a giveaway on. I do have a question for some of y'all that do a lot of videos. What camera do y'all use? Because we bought a camera and I want to get another camera, and I'm all over the place on where to go with it, just like this live feed's going all over the place. I can't stay in one spot. It's like squirrel.
And you wonder where our daughter gets it from.
I bought this one. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's the Sony HX80. Yeah, Sony HX80 has the flip out screen, so you can see what you're doing. And for what this costs, it doesn't seem very sturdy if I drop it. I won't put it on the tractor. I'm scared to break it. Just curious what everybody uses, because I've thought about a GoPro 7 Black, using one of those. But yeah, like this one, I use it for everything. We use it in the So I looked at the white, and then there's what's the other one?
Silver?
The silver and the black. And the black was the only one with the hyper smooth in it. And putting it on the tractor, I was wondering if that would take out the vibration. Because I have another camera. It's in the truck, isn't it? Or in my car. The little red one, or is it over there?
I haven't seen it over here.
Hand me the drone, too. I have a couple cheap action cameras. I put them on the tractor. No matter where I put them, even with the mounts and everything, there's too much vibration. I can't use it. One of them's a Vivitar action cam. I just seen that thing when I walked in the house. I have a couple cheap. Yeah, living the dream. Right here, DJI Spark. I fly it a lot. I haven't got any footage for our YouTube, but I'm fixing to. Bought a few extra batteries for it. I'm going to get it up, especially when I'm using the tractor. Yeah, I've thought about that little busy house. A busy little house. Let me get your name right. Like my video the other day, tongue twister with the car I'm working on. I have thought about the head mount. I used to have a head mount for one when I was doing RC racing, off-road racing, and it worked really good, except for at the track, it picked up way too much light, and you could not see any of the videos. Luckily, I got some of the videos of a really dear friend of mine that passed away last year. He's in a few of the videos, and I go back to him every now and then and watch them. The other one is this little Vivitar. See if it'll focus. Focus. Focus on the camera. It's a Vivitar DVR 786 HD. I used it on my RC cars, and it was pretty decent. There's a box in there too. Do you know where the box is? Is it by my side of the bed still? The plastic box with all my cameras. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, thanks, busy little house. It was a tough thing. He was 36, I think, and going on. I had just talked to him that morning, and then I tried to call him back, and there was no answer. And a couple hours later, his wife called me and told me what happened. That their daughter, I think she's 8 or 9 at the time, and she's the one that found him out in his shop. And I met him racing the very first time I went out to this local RC track. We're sitting there, and I mean, you look at me, redneck. He drives up in his ratty old Chevy truck, loud, dual exhaust, throws a case of beer up on the tailgate, starts throwing table down and tools. I'm like, this is the guy I need to talk to. This is, and everybody out here, this is him. And he got me hooked on it, and we raced for what, 2 year and a half? Probably about a year. And then he kind of backed off, getting into air rifles and flying RC planes, and we'd go over to their house and just hang out and play and fly the planes, take the bashers, the RC truck bashers and stuff, and just bash, just destroy things and have her roll eyes because she knew when that happened, money was going to be spent because I had to fix it to be able to go race it. And it's been tough. I have not been back to race. I actually sold most of my cars. I kept a couple of my RC trail trucks and stuff. Like I got one video of one of them to take when we go out and walk with the kids and play, and they have fun with it. And one day, sitting there, I don't know where I was. Was that at your mom's? Maddie, our daughter, asked why we don't go back to the racetrack. And I sat there and I was like, this is going to be a hard thing to tell at the time a 5-year-old. And I told her, I was like, well, because Rodney, that's the reason I went, was because of Rodney. And she was like, well, he's in heaven. He's watching. And I was like, well, yeah. And she's like, well, we can go to the track. He'll be there. He's standing right beside you watching you. You should go race. And I had to turn around and walk away to stop from bawling in front of her. Hey, single dad. I didn't even see you in here. Did you just get in here? But it was just so difficult, you know, a 5-year-old girl saying, why don't you go back and race? He's watching. He's standing there. And I was like, you know, if I could just think like a child when it comes to God, life would be so much simpler. Because as adults, we have so many questions and don't know, you know, we try to have the faith that the child has.
Well, I remember she even asked me, she said, why is everybody so sad? And I said, well, because Rodney passed away, and so he's not here anymore. And she said, but he's up in heaven. Shouldn't everybody be happy? So it was just like, wow, okay. It's a totally different perspective.
Yeah, that was a few months ago. I've contemplated it. It's an expensive hobby, and the farm is expensive, as you all know. So I haven't gone back. I've kept a couple of them just to play around at the house with. I actually had one done for my daughter, and it's an awesome car. I'll go get it in a second. She has that one. My son has one, a little RC car that, you know, and these aren't Walmart ones. These are, you know, kit cars or, you know, from hobby stores. Yeah, we overthink everything, and that stuff. I mean, you talk about the stuff, and then when your kids look at it and they come back and talk to you about it, you're like, I wish I could see it from that point of view. Mm-hmm. It's difficult, you know. It was hard. Like when we went to the memorial for him, I almost couldn't speak even to his wife, and I didn't talk to his wife that much, and it was just me and him usually out in the shop. We hung out out in the shop and at the track. And I've kept in contact with his wife and his kids. They come to our kids' birthday parties. We're fixing to go to their daughter's birthday party here in a few weeks. I'm not letting her live this alone. She has us. We're friends, family. She had nobody when he left. Amen. Single dad. Well, Chris, yes. He's there. He's watching. And he's probably going to strangle my neck because a few weeks before he passed away, he told me that if I bought him a Hendra, he was going to strangle my neck. To not do that was stupid. And I bought one anyways. And I even told myself the day it got delivered, I was like, Rodney's going to kill me. Yeah, it was difficult. I had some good friends from our other home that we were at, and we stay in contact. Ate lunch with them sometimes. They work not far from me. But when I met him, it was different. One of those things like, I know you. And it come to find out we grew up in the same area. We ran with the same people in high school. And we had probably ran into each other and just never even knew it. And then God put that moment there at that racetrack to put us together, for him to drive up right in front of me and park right in front of me and set up. And just start talking the racing and, having fun. Yep, it got to that. I finally broke down to that and just prayed and prayed and prayed about it to, be able to let go. Because, here on earth, when we lose somebody, we get mad and we're frustrated and we just don't know why. And we should be happy. They went home. We're going to be there again. We'll see them. We should be, thankful that they didn't go through any more pain or, whatever was going on. But we don't see it that way. We're all kind of, to say it, I mean, we're selfish. We want that person here on this earth with us all the time. We don't want them to go. But yeah, that was a difficult time. And I wish he was here to help me, because he was so excited to come help on this farm to get it started. We were actually about to bring his 4-wheelers out here and store them, and that way they could come out. But, life took a different turn on us. So we just had to just keep moving forward. And we have this place now, and we get to call it home. And even though I got to drive 45 minutes or sometimes an hour each way, I know when I get off work where I'm going. I have a roof over my head. The bills are paid. And I don't have to worry too much. When it's slow at work, I worry a lot. It drives her nuts. But I just pushed by several of the other, not even speaking to some other YouTube channels to start this one. I was like, I feel that I have something that I could put out there and help my wife, my family. We can show people things. We can help people with things. We can learn from other people.
Different perspective.
Yeah, we got lucky on the land. We kind of got lucky where it was and how much it was. We bought the home fairly cheap. It was a manufactured home, but it was a first run model. So as long as we bought one of the first 5, they knocked $25,000 off. So it went from $100,000 to $75,000. And we were able to do a lot of the work on the property ourselves. I did all the pad that the home is on, all the electric, all the water. The only thing that we didn't do was the septic, because of all the permitting. And it just was a whole lot easier to let somebody else take care of that.
But even that, you got to call on somebody that you knew and kind of help him grow his business.
Yeah, we took a small bit. Said that he never worked with a bank before. They'd always done, everybody just paid cash or check. He'd never worked with a bank. And he took the time, him and his wife, to learn how they had to do it with a loan, work with the bank, and got our septic in for us and fought with the rain to get it done. It made a mess out here, sure. There's some of the videos about that, me disking up a lot of it, but I was okay with it making a mess to get it done, to get my family in a home. Yeah, definitely. Tinker's wife and a busy little house. I can't, dyslexia, I guess, saying it backwards. I've learned a lot. Like I don't know who all seen the live the other day of A Table Full in the Woods and know where they live. I learned a lot living in those 2 tiny bedrooms with her mom and stepdad, and it taught us a lot. We got rid of so much stuff.
We had to work through
a lot, 6 months of me sleeping in a bedroom with our son and her in a room with our daughter, us never together, and no time alone for 6 months was tough. And it brought us closer together. And once we got here, it was like it was easy. Everything turned easy. It's been a blessing. Sometimes I don't see it that way. I see it as 4-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter that go out in that yard and on that pasture or out here in the woods with me and cut trees and till the ground and want to plant plants, sow flower seeds, put roses in the ground. They want to be involved in all of it. I'm out here behind the house sifting through dirt on the property. I dug up dirt out in the woods that had all the organic matter in it. God is good. He is great. And I try to be a good person and help people. And I hope that I can always be that person.
We can be that example to them.
Be the example, to our children. So they are that example. I want our kids to grow up and look at me and my wife and say, when they are going and looking, we pray. We're getting more and more into it. I pray with myself a lot. I know she does, and we pray. Even though they're 4 and 6, we pray for their future, partner in life. Who they're going to be with, and
their future
do it now with your children. We got to pray for them now. And I was saying something and I got off track.
Do it now.
Yes, Chris. Yes. Most definitely.
One of the things that I've really appreciated moving out here is that we go into Lexington, Texas, and that's where our daughter goes to school, and that's where our church is now. And it's a small town, but it's a very close-knit town. Like they all work together. All the churches, they're in a church alliance, and they all work together. There's not a lot of talking behind each other's backs, and it's all a good, loving community, and that's something that we didn't have before. So coming here and our children growing up in that environment is way better than where we were. So that's something that it's opened my eyes since we've moved out here.
There was a lot of things in the old town we lived in that I did not like in the schools and the high school. That was 2016 when that came up. Was that election year? That was election year, right? Yeah, 2016 election year. Or I guess, for the presidential election. For the last one. The high schools had political stuff in the locker rooms and in the gyms. That does not belong in a school. Yes. Yes. Yes, Freedom, using farm and arbor homestead, most definitely. But I did not like that. You know, I know a lot of, I'm sure most of us conservative, you know, the homesteaders, you know, I believe what I believe. Everybody else believe what they believe. We can all debate each other and get along. It always went that way, and I don't know what happened. I grew up that if you asked my grandparents who they voted for, you got slapped in the face because it was none of your business. And it wasn't out there. But that school putting up why to vote Democrat, no why to vote Republican or Democrat. It was always why to vote Democrat. Why can't you have both if you're going to have it? But first off, it shouldn't be in the locker room. It shouldn't be there. Keep that out of the school. Teach the kids the things they need to learn to get through life. You know, you got junior high kids going in there and all they want to read about is what they can get for free, and they can go to college for free if they vote for this person when they grow up. And I don't think that's right. And it doesn't happen here. That's not, you know, yeah, our daughter's in. Yeah, exactly, Chris. And yeah, Tinker's wife. It's rare finding towns like we found. We fell into heaven here. Excuse me. The schools are better. They do the pledges to the American flag. They do the pledge to the Texans flag. They do a moment of silence, which we all know what that's for, because they can't legally say what it's for, but you know why they do the moment of silence. They allow the students, like out on the football field, the students pray before the game in front of everybody. You know, it's student led, it's not teacher led, so that they can't say nothing about it because the students are doing it. Because all of these students out there on that field on Wednesday night, they're at the youth activity center at our church, or on another night they're at another activity center at another church. Every night, one of the churches has their activity center open for the kids in this town.
It doesn't matter if they're members of that church.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you're a member, what church you're a member of. You can go. And what did he say the other day? They had over 100 one Wednesday, or they always. What's the average? Somewhere 70 to 90 or something.
It's about 90 to 130.
Every Wednesday night at just our church's youth activity center, and that's what we wanted. We looked for it. We didn't know where to find it, and we prayed, and we got put here. Yeah, entitlement is bad. I work in Austin, Texas. That town, you want to talk about some entitled people. I see it a lot. And, I don't want to get too political on our channel. I want to keep some of it off, but I know it's got to be out there. We all believe what we believe. And we're going to do what we want to do, vote the way we want to vote. It bothered me when, 2010, we went up to Seattle. Was that 2010?
Mm-hmm.
And how much Seattle was the same as Austin. It's like, why? What? They're the same city.
What's your favorite DIY project?
Favorite project? What? Probably the garden building. I'm building a lot of pallet trellises. Is that the word? Yeah, trellises. Start building a bunch of those. I think I was talking about it earlier and got off on something else. A buddy of mine works for an AC company, and he buffering. Uh-oh. Let me make sure my Wi-Fi's off on my phone. We have rural type internet. It's that, farm to market type internet. I'll stop moving so much too. That'll probably help. What was I saying?
You had a buddy.
Oh, a buddy of mine works for an AC company, and he called me today, and I contemplated taking the trailer in tomorrow because he lets me know when out back behind their place, the pallets are stacked up and the concrete pads that AC units sit on. And last Sunday, we went and got 6 or 7 of the concrete pads and probably the same amount or more pallets. And he told me that there was 45 more pallets are out there and 30 concrete pads. definitely. Tinker's wife. We'll keep you all in our prayers. It's talking about the May Day protester tomorrow. I said there's often violence. We have chickens, Mama Bear. Currently, we had a fight with dogs for a little while, so we have some chickens left, and we plan on adding goats this year. This year for sure. Next year, not sure what else. Definitely going to get a dog. We left our dog with her mom and dad due to some different circumstances with their dog. They lost one of their dogs, and our dog like brought their other dog like happiness. He got back up and was running, so we left ours there. So we're going to get another dog, probably some kind of type of shepherd. Gonna goats, the dog, more chickens, even though she's gonna shake her head no. We're gonna get some more. What else have we talked about? We've thought about with one of the kids to see if they want to get into 4-H or one of the livestock shows and maybe get a pig for them to show or a turkey. And that's another thing I've been seeing a lot with the quail and turkey and duck. So I've been, kind of floating that around in my back of my mind, picking one of those to raise. There used to be quail around this area to hunt, and there's not. So it's kind of a thought, raising them and letting them loose and raising more and just keep raising and letting them loose here and letting them flourish, and then get out there with the old gauge.
I think right now we're just gonna use them for eggs.
Yeah, currently eggs. There'll be
always more chickens.
Probably meat chickens in the future, maybe not this year, but next year. A lot of it right now is the working as hard as I can to make as much as I can, but 100% undeveloped land. No electric, no water, no septic, nothing. This was 4.5 acres of hay pasture and 6 acres of just thick wooded land. Yeah, Chris, I've been seeing a lot of videos. Was Keeping It Dutch and a couple others talking about them. So it's been some thought to do that. Getting kind of every morning when I leave for work, I kind of get excited. I've been seeing a lot of rabbits. It's like, oh, rabbit. I can't wait to get out there one morning and get one and put it in the skillet before the wife gets up. Tell her it's chicken. That's another thought. We've thought about some rabbits. I follow a couple YouTube channels about rabbits, and I think the kids would enjoy that, but I'm not sure. I mean, it happened to me when I was their age. I had a pet rabbit that I thought was a pet rabbit, and then one day it was on the table because I didn't realize we were growing it to eat. And for a long time, I wouldn't eat rabbit because of that. Yeah, the HOA stuff, Mama Bear, I do. That's why we chose the neighborhood we lived at in Leander. It was HOA. But the the neighborhood, I don't know if any of y'all seen the other video from our past weekend going and getting our new family vehicle that I'm gonna be working on, and the burger place that we went to eat at. Mm-hmm. Our neighborhood used to be the farthest out of town. It was on the edge of town, and then now it's surrounded. Let's see. Awesome, Chris. Yeah, we're thinking about that too. I think after I get my shop put in, I got to build me a shop so I can get all of my mechanic stuff in order and start working on. I got so many tractors lined up people want me to work on. I got one actually right here on the notepad. I got to look into getting a crankshaft and stuff to go in it. And doing solar on top of the shop. Awesome, Chris. What is that? Julie?
Julie.
I don't know how to say her last name. Back up in the comments. I got to see where it was. Let me, I don't know how to share it. Hey, busy little house. Can you see that other comment? And do you mind if I make you a moderator? Same thing with Chris. Do you mind? I know busy little house was here like way back. I don't know how many people can see it. There was Etsy, the Stivers Etsy girl is gonna do our shirts, and I think what'd she say, tomorrow or this week she would have. Did I do it? Do y'all have wrenches now? Do you want to scroll back through? Can you see it or not?
I know, because I don't actually have my channel set up.
Right here. Out to Pasture Farm is her YouTube channel. Let's see if I can I copy that? How do I do this?
Maybe highlight it.
Copy. Paste. So Chris, this is who's doing our shirts, and she knows what's going on, and a lot of these people have heard already. She's gonna have something to show next week. We went ahead and decided we're using the same girl that the Stivers use. She's going to do our t-shirts. We went ahead and instead of using our logo that we have chose that she made, we went ahead and decided to go ahead and pay her, go with the small business, support her, pay her to redesign the logo for our shirts of what we want on it. And she knows the whole thing about what me and you talked about. And as soon as she gets it ready, they will be pre-sale through the end of May. And 100% of the profits go to you, bud. We've talked about it. You know it. They're all going to you to help. I know me and my wife prayed about it. I've prayed about it. I know every day. And I know that I feel this is the right thing to do. I need, just want to help you out. And I know what it's like. We've been to that point, having to spend a lot of money on things and being down. Like, it wasn't nothing like you're going through. Some of the stuff you're going through, I know it's got to be hard. When we bought our first house was right when our daughter was born. And we were at the time had just become a single income family. And I was flipping out. We were broke all the time. I had to sell one of my vehicles. I sold my motorcycle, sold a truck. We got down to just the 2 cars. We were lucky enough to have 1 car for each one of us, and didn't know what was going to do. And it was amazing. Some of the people around us that we moved, even though we just moved there, when they found out I was a mechanic, they started rolling their cars in the driveway and say, "Hey, I'll pay you to do brakes. I'll pay you to do this. I'll pay you to do that." And it just took that, that burden off my shoulder, that weight that I thought was like, how am I going to get out of this? We just moved in here. How are we going to get this going? And through prayer and just, trust in the Lord and just the faith got us through it. And I know that I don't know how much I'll make, how much we'll make, not me make, but how much of the profits. I know what she said that she'll sell them for. I think they're going to be $27.
20.
I thought 20. She sold them for 25, and for the fun for the pre-sale, she'll do them for 27 to get Chris some more. That extra $2. That would be 27 includes shipping. But y'all can head over there. She is. I think she said she'll start taking pre-orders now. Just got to email her, and she'll start taking pre-orders. That way, at the end of the month, she knows how many to make for the pre-sale, and she already knows where the money's going and going to get it straight to him. Over to you, Chris. That way, I know that, like you said, the retainer fee, it's those, spend that kind of money hurts. Even when you save it up, you want to spend that money on, your family, like you and your daughter, to do, you know, for your farm, your homestead, that's not where you want it to go. To fight for your homestead. Or for your daughter. But we know that God's pushing us the right direction. I was going to do 30 minutes and it's almost an hour and a half. I don't know what. Yeah. But then whatever goes through the pre-sales through May 31st, Chris, is all yours. You get it all. And we have talked and thought about doing, you know, we're helping you out this month. Next month, you know, we might, whatever sell, we'll take some of it to help with some of the stuff around the farm, you know, diesel in the tractor, you know. I'm confused. I'm trying to read back to catch all of it. But we'll probably do like this month, you know, with month of May, all the profits will go to single dad homestead to help him out there. The next month, you know, to whatever sales we'll probably take in to try to cover some of the fees that we put up to get all this started. And then the next month, you know, we'll look out, we'll pray, see who God leads us to, and probably do, you know, 50% of the sales on that month, and start doing that every other month, at 50% of the profits to go to somebody to help them out. Like, I know there's another one that I was watching. I'll write these down, but I can't remember, and I don't know where I wrote them down. There's a couple I watched the other night. They go around in a big bus to help homesteaders, to help them get started, you know, to, you know, teach them what they need to learn. And they said fuel is a big expense, that they have everything covered, but they love it if, you know, they don't ask for it, but if anybody wants to help cover some fuel. And so I figured maybe 1 month, whatever sells, shirts, stickers, cups, whatever, we'll give them the money to help with fuel, so they can go help other people and find other ministries to send the money to. You know, sure, we all can use the money. You know, we could definitely use it, but we're, you know, God gives it to us to use for something. So instead of just putting it in our bank account and sitting on it, we'll just help somebody. You know, just, it doesn't hurt.
We're blessed more than most.
We're single income family. She has the Cincy. It supplements a little bit. I try to do some side work. It helps a lot. I haven't done much since we moved out here, so it's just been hard with no shop. Like somebody said, I'm a quiet consultant, so I don't push very much. So I don't sell as much as I could, but I'm not as much. Yes, Chris. Yeah, I try to give when I can, you know, as much, you know, even if it's not money, if I can go help somebody. Mm-hmm. Like my time being a mechanic, you know, automotive repair is expensive, and I know it. I'm in that industry. I know it's expensive. And it was planned for this Saturday to go over to a table full in the woods, was going to go meet them. They actually live really close, less than an hour away. And they have a vehicle that's been having some issues with the factory security system. And I have my own personal scan tool that will work. You know, it talks to all that. It's a $4,000 scan tool. And I was like, man, I'm going to go help this guy. Seeing their videos and the struggles they've been through just showed me, it's like, I don't have it bad. I have it way easier than I ever thought. And it's like, I'm going to go help them get that going. But now the rain, they live, you know, like I said, less than an hour away. We have 7-8 days of rain coming, so we've postponed it. Yeah, busy little house. It'll eat up your bank account really fast for small things, especially on these newer cars. It's just insane. I go to a lot of training, and it's like oh my God, how are people going to ever afford to fix this stuff? Mm-hmm. Yep. I try to help as much as I can. I definitely want to make as much as I can. We chose the single income family because we didn't want our kids in a daycare, and we were going to fight any way we could income wise to make sure that she raised our kids in the house, not somebody else in a daycare. Too many bad things I've seen.
Well, between that and daycare is so expensive, it would pretty much eat up the income I was bringing in at the time. So it was like, do we, both work and still feel like we're on a single income, or do we just cut back on what we can and be a single income and keep pushing forward from there? But it's been a huge blessing, and I'm very grateful for Ed's hard work and for all the time and energy he puts in trying to keep us afloat on that side of it.
Even though I get hobbies that I shouldn't, that cost too much money, that shouldn't. I know I go through a lot of that, and I go through phases with them, especially, but don't we all? Yep, same here, busy little house. We have what we need, and we are surprised at where we are. We've both came a long ways. I've dug in training. I've been a mechanic since 2003. I graduated in 99 and had a couple of those just, rebellious years where I grew up in a small town and I wanted out, then realized I wanted back in it. And freedom using Farm and Arbor Homestead, definitely. But I've been doing it since 2003, and I do all of the certifications I can. I've got everything I can get. I get more. I go to training. Yeah, being rich isn't about money. It's this here, family. Our other two are in bed. They went to bed early. I try to do everything I can to better my training and myself to make that extra penny, to be able to buy one more thing for the farm, or to take the kids somewhere to see something. Like, I'm so excited about this channel and trying to get it up and going, and just so much stuff. It's like, and seeing all of these people, like seeing all the videos from the shindig. It's like, I want to go to those things. It's like, why did I not find these before? And it's like, I think about them, like, God probably just brought them to here now, because we probably shouldn't have went to those things, and we probably would have went to those things. And it's probably good that it's God puts us where we need to be. You just have to pray and have faith in it. Don't just on a whim just do something. Most definitely, Chris. You definitely will. I'm hoping this year, I know we got some festivals that we have planned to go to. Yes. We're going to that one. We will be there. I have put that in my plans. I've kind of said some things about going to some of them to her.
Wear a kilt?
No.
You have to wear
I got
a kilt.
the beard, but
I would pay money to see that.
yes, busy little house. That's exactly right. God is getting everything ready for him. Yeah, the baker deal, whatever. Yeah, I've seen a lot about it. I wish I could go to that too. I think we're going to do one. What'd I say? There's one in Waco, Texas this year in November. There's a couple others that I want to go to. You have to wear. You have to. Oh man, I'll wear jeans in that. You do not want to see so I wear shorts a lot during the summer because it's Texas. It's too hot. I work in a shop that does not have very good airflow, so I wear shorts. Well, I haven't in 6 or 7 months, and I wore shorts to work today, and I couldn't figure out where my legs started or the white floor began or what. It's like if I wore a kilt, everybody would have to wear sunglasses.
You got a year.
No. But definitely going to go to the one in Waco. Let me look it up.
See, the kit will help with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, that'll be hard. Can we get off on cheesecake or chocolate pie? Like all of y'all, all these channels. I followed, I'll say who I followed. There was 2 channels, well, 3 that I have followed, and I've added a couple over the past 2 years. One was One Lonely Farmer and Stony Ridge Farmer. Those were my 2 farm channels. And then I was watching Chucky 2009 until he made me mad about the Mahindra tractor thing, but I still watch him. I'm slow with this in Texas. Watching One Lonely Farmer and Stony Ridge Farmer, I was like, there's got to be more. And I started watching some, like I'm in automotive, so I watched a couple of the hot rod channels. Like, I like it. It's just not drawing me in. Then I started finding all these homesteading channels. I was like, this is where I belong. This is my people. It draws me in. Like, I will get in the car. I go to work at 5:15 in the morning. That way I can beat some traffic. You want to see what Darren said? To beat traffic, I will grab my phone, find a YouTube channel, and put it on autoplay, start a video, throw it in the cup holder. I'm not looking at it. I can imagine what they're doing, by just listening or what y'all are doing. And I just listen and learn. And when I get to work, I have 20 minutes before I got to start. And I'll do the same thing, except for I'll watch. Lunchtime, I'll pick another couple channels to watch. And then I was sitting here watching them with the kids. The kids used to love Stony Ridge Farmer because of his, I can't even do it, the woo or whatever, woohoo. My daughter would just like scream it. And I'd sit down for dinner. It's like, can we watch Stony Ridge Farmer? And I'd look, and he wouldn't have a new video. Then he did. Awesome, Chris. But that's, I don't know. It might take me a long time to get to that 1,000 subscribers and that, 4,000 hours or whatever to be able to go live. And it's frustrated me so much because the day I decided to do this channel, 2 days later, they took live away from mobile devices. And I was like, how am I supposed to do this? We don't have internet at home. It's like, I can't start a channel. We have no internet. So I started ways, and I would make the video, go to work, and upload the video. Now you got to come here and play the bagpipes. I'll listen to that, but the kilt, I don't know. I think you came in right at the end. It was kind of a messed up live, Chris. We have this company called Zotnet, and they have a lot of towers around here. I was uploading my track review video. She had YouTube live streaming on her phone, watching our live. I was streaming live, and I think Hulu was playing on the TV and had no problems. And I was very impressed with it because we don't have the best one. We can't afford the expensive one. We went middle of the road, and I was very surprised. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get this stuff outside and go live in the yard, or with the sunset in the background. Our picture on our YouTube channel, our main photo, that's the sunset from our front porch. We see that every night. That is what we see. Yeah, there's definitely little busy little house. I'm gonna get that right. That there are way too many believers starting YouTube channels, and we will take over. Nothing's gonna stop us. They can't stop us. There's more of us than they think, and they will find that out one day. But just trying to get this channel off the ground, see where it goes. There'll be many more Mahindra tractor videos because I get a lot of questions on Facebook, a lot of questions through email about my tractor. What do I do for this? What do I do for that? Maintenance? How do I do maintenance? I can only find 3 grease fittings on my tractor. You said there was 15. Where are they? And I have to explain to them. Yeah, that's. I kind of wonder that's why they set the limits to try to, put duct tape over our mouth to stop us, but it's not going to happen. We'll find ways around. I throw the camera in the truck every time we go somewhere now. Like, I got a trip coming up to go take the tractor in, and that camera will be in that truck that whole trip, taking some footage of the dealer, because I love my dealer that I use, and I don't mind plugging them on the channel. Yeah, Chris, you get a tractor, you'll never get off of it. My bracelet.
God is big enough.
Yeah, God is big enough. I don't know if you can see it. She brought them home the other day. Her mom gave them to her, and I grabbed one off the table and stuck it on, and it hasn't been off. Yeah, my ring comes off at work sometimes, depending on what job I'm doing, because I don't want to get it hung up in something. Yes, they will. They better get a roll of duct tape from me too, because I will be fighting them the whole time, and they will have a hard time. Yeah, I keep messing with it because it keeps coming down here and pulling arm hair. It's like pulling my hair out of my arm. I'm probably going to be bald from like here to here in a few weeks. I wake up in the middle of the night with it all wrapped up in arm hair, and it's like, drives me nuts, but I won't take it off. But the tractor, yeah, the tractor was a big thing. It was a big expense, but it saved my back. It's helped a lot. Freedom using farming. Yeah, probably not, because it's rough. Mechanic, there's nothing smooth. My arms are all scratched up all the time. My one tattoo I have is all messed up because it constantly gets sprayed. I try not to spray myself with any cleaners or anything, but get stuff on it, and it's faded it out real bad. I've thought about getting it touched up. Not sure. Because every time I try to think about getting it touched up, like right now, there's a big cut across it, so they can't do nothing. Yeah, there's 5 of us, and we're just sitting here for now an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, for something that was going to be 30 minutes, talking about a giveaway and T-shirts and a little about us. Yeah. The tree work will definitely give you scratches, and if you're on a tractor and you get in the yo ponds, you will get more scratches, and you'll get smacked in the face with a tree, and because we have a lot of those. I've been dropping trees here, a bunch of dead oak trees we have. I hate seeing them die, but we had so much rain, I guess that's what's killing them. 6 now. Mine shows 3. Yours shows 6. YouTube's algorithms are all messed up, though. I noticed, like I will subscribe to the same channel 5 times in one day. It's like, I've already subscribed to them. I've already rang the notification bell. I've already liked on a bunch of their videos. Why am I not on there anymore? And Mama Bear says 7. See, mine's like going up and down on the screen up here. It's like 3, 4, 7, 4, 2. But I'm glad I found y'all. I know God put us here. Well, it's just us, one of us. We don't have it streaming anywhere but what we have on the computer.
Yeah.
We turned it off on the phones already. Since there was just a few of us in here, I can pretty much keep up with it all. What was I saying?
Finding everybody.
Finding everybody on here and, getting to find the channels and finding y'all. It's almost like the people that I found, and get in all these live streams with everybody. It's almost like I know y'all. It's not like, there's hundreds or thousands of miles between us. It's almost like, hey, you live right down the street. Just watching what comes up on the chat and talking is, why can't that be everyday life everywhere? It should be everywhere, and it's not. But I'm just so happy to find this. Yeah, we are doing a lot of just right now, the garden, the replant. I don't know what happened with our replant. Friday night, I guess I was watching some lives and decided just on a whim, I was like, we need to reseed. It's not too late. We have a long growing season here in Texas. Decided to reseed a bunch. I gave her a bunch. I took a bunch, and we sat there with those little Jiffy greenhouses and put them in there. And I prayed about them that night, when I went to bed, just, that they grow, because a lot of the ones before didn't grow. What was it, Sunday night?
Yeah.
I went out there and looked, and we had corn already sprouted. We had okra already sprouted. We had cucumbers already sprouted. And now out there, today is Tuesday.
Yes.
I'm way off on days. Tuesday, and everything that we seeded has sprouted. Busy little house. I was the same way. I didn't want to get on here live. I didn't want to get in front of this camera. I wanted to be behind this camera taking video.
Yeah.
And then one day I decided, I was like, well, I'll try. And I was like, I'm awkward at this. I can't do this. And then I had the little live test last night. And some of my buddies at work, they're like, dude, you weren't the same person. You were you. You weren't the person you see on all those other videos. You were open, just out there. Like, no, I was the same person that was on all the other videos. And then I watched it myself. I was like, huh, maybe the live was what I needed to do to get it out there. And then John over at Table Full in the Woods, said that, hey, where's your wife? Where's Jen at? And she wouldn't get in. And then she got in the camera. I was like, there she is. Oh my God, she's in the shot. Awesome, Mama Bear. Yeah, we've replanted.
Our tomato plants have some buds on them.
We have some tomato plants with buds on them. We got 4 different types of tomatoes out there. Some strawberries, some snacking peppers, jalapenos, some bell peppers that we have going in the raised beds, in the tubs, and the strawberries are in a 4-foot swimming pool. In my son's swimming pool, we bought him, drilled some holes. And I think I was going out on that a while ago, what I've done for our dirt. Instead of buying topsoil and all this stuff, I went out here in the woods, cleared some trees a couple months ago, and I took the tractor back there, the box blade, and used the loader, and scooped up a bunch of dirt, the dirt, the decomposing leaves, the sticks, all that. Went back here, sifted a lot of the roots and stuff out, and filled up tubs, filled up the swimming pools. And my son's swimming pool is full of strawberries. And we don't know what we're going to put our daughters. We'll let her choose probably go out this weekend, let her choose something.
My little samples.
Let me see that. So when I got home a while ago, she was doing some samples for her Scentsy stuff. Let's see if anybody see that.
I can bring one over here.
It's
little cowboy hat.
See, she tries so hard on this stuff. I think it needs to just be out there. She needs to get in front of the camera more. There's lots of plants in the greenhouse. Yeah, it's getting warm here. I want to build a greenhouse for this winter, but definitely can't do anything during the summer here. We've already hit 90 several times. Yeah, I'm worried about that too. Busy little house. We have a bunch of little dump trucks out there and a bunch of little hand tools that the kids play with. I'm worried that they're going to start digging them out. But like I said, I got the dirt off our land. We are composting ourselves, like all of our stuff out of the house as much as we can. My mulch that I'm using is actually, those hats are the Scentsy waxes for the Scentsy candle things, the Scentsy warmers. She makes samples like that to give away so people can try them, and if they like them, can buy them from her Scentsy website. Yeah, I'm decided, like when we did this other one, we did some tags. I'm starting to take pictures and keeping them on my phone and just editing, drawing on there, what's what in the planter, so I know where things are. So when little fingers pull those little things out, what is this? And then you're like, oh, where did that come from? But my mulch that I'm using on the garden is actually our property, and the neighboring properties is just coastal hay fields. And my neighbor had 5 coastal round bales that are about 3 years old, and they're starting to break down a little bit on the bottom and around the edges. He told me I could have them. So I took the tractor over there, grabbed one, brought over here, and I'm using the hay that was cut off of this property to go back into the dirt on this property.
We'll just have to take pictures.
Yeah, the pictures, I think, I was like, that's got to work. The picture can't change unless somebody decides to go in there and play with it. You can always know where your stuff is. Yeah, I've rode on the pots, and then the neighbor's dog will knock them down and have 4 or 5 knocked down. Don't know what came out of what. Nut. He has what, 3?
3 of the
Scentsy buddy monkeys, and those things go everywhere. Yes, neighbors' dogs suck. Me and the neighbors already are in agreement. Their dogs come here, they kill livestock. They want them gone. They have livestock too, and they pretty much all know that if their dog gets the taste for livestock, that it's not going to stop. Direct cellular potatoes. So just straight into the bale, like into one of the round bales, Chris? Because that was something we were going to do with some potatoes, and we didn't have time to go ahead and try and do it. But I have a few more of the round bales.
Close the door.
Or should I unroll the bale across part of it and sew it in? Let's see.
Maybe that just means we're supposed to go.
I guess since it's going to buffer.
Our time is up.
Oh, now we're back. Yeah, I think the internet service provider is probably doing some updates, so we'll probably go ahead and off here. I'll probably get to bed. thanks all y'all for coming and checking us out. I'll play around with some of the lives. I don't want to get over some of the others. I know some of the ones that I follow, like on Wednesday night, there's a couple, especially Chris, follow you on Wednesday night. I love sitting down, listening to the scripture. And then whatever you're going to have for this week. What is this week? Have you got something for this week? Or are we gone? Spinny wheel of death. Yeah, his tomorrow. I found him last week and loved it. But thanks for joining us, and can't wait to get to learn more about y'all. Chris is live, and A Table Full in the Woods is at 6:30. I don't know who all has them, but they'll have one at 6:30. I'll be over there for a little bit. But good night, all, and God bless.
Night.